Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. You join me for the return of my Premier League predictions. That is right guys, the international break is officially over. We can't stand the international break only when it is the World Cup or the Euros. But 2 weeks off, the Premier League is back, and today guys I am predicting Premier League Game Week 8. That is right guys, in this game week we have a top 6 clash, Liverpool versus Man United. If you want to find out my scores, then keep watching to the end of this video guys. Anyway guys, if you like today's video man, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not ready. Without further ado, let's get into our Premier League prediction Game Week 8. Kicking us off on a Saturday afternoon, it is Forest versus Chelsea guys. That's right, so Forest lost 2-0 to Newcastle, and I've heard Postecoglou is on the verge of massive talks with the chairman about the future of his managing career at Forest. Got to say, since they've appointed him, Forest have gone downhill massively, and I know a lot of Forest fans wanted to keep Santo, because in my opinion it's a massive mistake getting rid of Santo. Massive mistake. And again, in 9 games Postecoglou has not won a single game. That is right. So Forest are struggling this year, and I think if they keep Ange, then it could get a lot worse. And it's quite awful at the moment for them, because obviously as well their strikers aren't really doing the business as well, and the way Ange plays, it does not suit the way Chris Wood plays. Okay, and I think it's only a matter of time until he gets a spooked, because what a shocking 9 games he has had already. They're up against Chelsea, who beat Liverpool 2-1. Fantastic win for them right there. Chelsea still sit in 7th place, but because Liverpool lost, that has really tightened up the Premier League table. So yeah, so Chelsea did everyone else who are chasing Liverpool a massive favour. And Enzo, yes, I put a short clip up the other day about is Enzo the right man, and a lot of you Chelsea fans think he's the right man for the job. So I said to you that I don't think he is. If you guys say he is, then fair play. We'll see what happens with him. But yeah, good win for them right there. So just on that, I've got Chelsea guys to beat Forest 2-0. Next up, we've got Brighton versus Newcastle. So Brighton drew 1-1 with Wolves. On paper, not a decent result considering the season Wolves are having so far. But Brighton do sit in 12th place on 9 points. So in their first 7 games, 9 points. It's not too bad in my opinion. And yeah, I think they'll come on strong, because Brighton always do. So I'm not too worried about Brighton as of yet. They're up against Newcastle, who beat Forest 2-0. Broadwell looks a fantastic signing for Newcastle, alright. And you know what? It's turning out to be a bit of a success getting rid of Isaac, because he's not been great, has he guys? Even for his country as well. So maybe Newcastle did the right thing getting rid of him. But yeah, Newcastle guys, they do sit in 11th place. So this is 11th versus 12th. So there's all to play for in this game week. This game will end as a boring draw. That is right guys, I've got this game to end as a 1-1 draw. Next up, this is Burnley versus Leeds. So these are 2 promoted sides that came up to the Premier League this season, and Burnley guys had a good start to the season, but in their last 4 games it has not been great. In their last 4 games they've only picked up 1 point, and I've got to say, Burnley are slowly doing what they always do, is they always struggle when the league does finally kick off. In my opinion, they had a fantastic start to the season, but they are losing games now. And yeah, this game though, this game could suit them, because obviously Leeds have came up as well. Leeds lost to Spurs 2-1, so also guys, Leeds sit in 15th as well. But Leeds in their last 4 games have picked up 4 points, so Leeds are in a better form than Burnley. But obviously having these 2 weeks off, Scott Parker and Dave Farke have had some time to try new stuff. So this game guys could be a good game, but I do think Leeds will bounce back this week and beat Burnley. That's why I got Leeds to beat Burnley 2-1. Next up, this is 4th versus 6. That is right. This is Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth, guys. So this game, man, this game could be one of the games of the weekend because both of these sides are on form right now. Well, I say that. Palace lost 2-1 to Everton, which ended their 19-game unbeaten streak, unfortunately, and that has dropped them down to 6th place. Because Liverpool lost, guys, Palace had a fantastic opportunity to get closer to Liverpool, and obviously they lost to Everton, which is a bad result for them. 4 points away from first. So Palace have it all to play for, but so do Bournemouth, guys. That is right, Bournemouth, guys, sitting 4th place, and what a season they are having. I said to you, before the start of the season that Bournemouth got hit the worst during this transfer window, and somehow they have done even better. So fair play to Bournemouth right there. They only sit 2 points, guys, below top first place. So Bournemouth, man, they're a good side. I like Bournemouth, but for me, I think Glasner and the Palace lads will want to come back this week and get that winning streak going again and unbeaten streak going again. So just on that, guys, I've got Palace to beat Bournemouth 2-0. Next up, we've got Man City versus Everton. Man City just beat Brentford 1-0, and because of that win, they now sit in 5th place. But I've got to say, Man City are not as dominant as they used to be. Teams are figuring them out, but in their last 4 games, they have won 3 and drew 1. So their form is slightly coming back a little bit. So yeah, Haaland again is the main difference. Again, he is on fire right now for club and country. Playing for Norway, guys, this week he has scored 7 goals in 2 games for Norway. So that just says it all, in my opinion. So yeah, Haaland, man, fantastic player, and getting him scoring goals now is important for them because 7 games in, this is where you want your best player to be performing. They're up against Everton, who beat Palace 2-1. Fantastic result for them right there. Grealish got a goal, but a very lucky goal because obviously a rebound, but it's still a goal. And because of that, they sit in 8th place, okay. Everton, guys, are looking at a different side this year. Jack Grealish will be in the World Cup squad for England next summer. You watch, guys. Grealish is looking great, like he did at Aston Villa. I think they're more giving Grealish a bit of a free role, so where that means he can play wherever he wants on the pitch. Because I think with Man City, guys, let's not beat around the bush, man. Pep did limit Jack Grealish on, for Man City. He told Grealish to stick to one position, but Grealish is better when he has a free role, and that is what is happening for Everton, guys. So just on that, I've got this game, guys, to end. It's a very exciting 1-1 draw. Next, we've got Sunderland versus Wolves. Sunderland lost to Man United 2-0 before the international break. That sees them now, guys, dropped down to 9th place, but on 11 points. So you know what, guys, by Sunderland standards, that is top class. In their first 7 games, they've only lost 2, so can't complain about that whatsoever. Yes, guys, so by Sunderland standards, it's pretty decent, but they're up against Wolves, who have now drew 2 on the bounce, and that is giving them a little bit of confidence, guys. That is giving them a bit of confidence. To draw against Brighton, that is a good point for Wolves, but they do sit on only 2 points in the first 7 games, so Wolves need to pull back soon. Their biggest problem this year is their main striker, Strand Larsen. He is not scoring any goals, and they need to get him scoring goals because on paper last season he scored 16 goals in the Prem last season, and he looked a decent player, and this year they're just not getting the ball to him. So to get him playing, then Wolves should be fine. But just on that though, guys, I've got Sunderland to beat Wolves 2-1. Next, we've got Fulham versus Arsenal, so London derby class. Fulham, guys, have now lost 2 on the bounce, and they are lacking goals. Okay, they are lacking goals. They have now lost 2 on the bounce, which sees them drop down to 14th place. Yeah, with Fulham, guys, they're playing some good football, but they are letting in too many goals and not scoring enough goals. And yeah. Fulham, Fulham do sit on 8 points in their first 7 games, so it's not that bad in my opinion. But up against Arsenal though, who sit top of the league, who beat West Ham 2-0. So Arsenal guys, again, for the past 2 seasons, they have been top of the league and somehow they have still lost the league. So is it this year guys that Arsenal can produce the title? We shall find out. Their main player, their captain, Odegaard, is out for another 6 to 7 weeks, and that is a big loss for Arsenal, because he's their playmaker, their main player. So yeah, losing Odegaard could be a massive hit for them. But I think Arsenal guys will walk past Fulham. So I've got Arsenal to beat Fulham 3-1. Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Tottenham guys now sit in 3rd place, okay. They beat Leeds 2-1, which now only sees them 2 points behind leaders Arsenal. So again guys, I said last year Tottenham were in this position a few years ago with Ampogoloscu, but they did fail massively. And this season, Thomas Frank, there's something about them that they seem, they've got some aura about them guys. They're playing some good football. Thomas Frank has kept their defence nice and tight, and that is all you can ask for. From his first season, 3rd place, and only losing 1 in the first 7 games. You know what? Spurs could be onto something. And Xavi Simons needs to get more of the ball, because he's a star man, playmaker. And Xavi Simons, obviously in the Bundesliga guys, bossed it, and they need to get the ball more to him. Kudus looking decent as well. So you know what guys, Tottenham are in for a good one this year if they can keep the wins and results coming. In their last 4 games, they have won 2 and drew 2. So a bit of form guys, okay, a bit of form. They're up against Aston Villa, considering guys their bad start to the season, like literally going far, have they got 4 games or 3 games defeated and not scoring a goal. They now sit in 13th place on 9 points. So Villa have slowly pulled it back. In the last 4 games, just like Fulham, Spurs, they have played for 1-2, drew 2. So again, a bit of form, but the main concern now is Ollie Watkins, who got brought back early from his international, obviously England, so due to an injury. So they lose Ollie Watkins. He's just been hitting a bit of form, so they lose him, it could be bad news. So just on that guys, I've got Spurs to beat Villa 2-0. Liverpool versus Man United. That is right guys, so Liverpool lost 2-1 to Chelsea, which now sees them drop down to 2nd place, only 1 point behind leaders Arsenal. You know what guys, Liverpool have actually now lost 2 on the bounce, so Liverpool could have been quite far ahead in the table if they didn't lose them 2 games. So Mo Salah is not scoring goals. Start of the season he was scoring goals, now he isn't scoring goals, and I think their problem is they are using him too much. If he ain't having a good game, they leave him on to try and get something out of the game. But in my opinion, when Salah is not on form or on it, that player inside him has gone, because confidence is gone. If Mo Salah is having a bad game, take him off, don't leave him on, keep him fresh for the game after, sort of thing. But yeah, the big problem at the moment. They've lost 2 on the bounce now, and they're up against Man United, who beat Sunderland 2-0. So yeah guys, I can't really say much about Man United beating Sunderland 2-0. Congratulations. But no, I don't know how long Amrin has left. It's such a weird one for Man United, man. They've got such a good strike force this year. Sesko, Cunha, Mwumbu, Bruno Fernandes. They are in talks right now for a new contract for Harry Maguire. To get him to sign a new contract, that's great, because fantastic player. But in my opinion, he has been dropped. And again, I don't think he should be dropped. He is better than most of their centre-backs they've got. But we'll see what happens, guys. But I think Liverpool, guys, will bounce back this week, because they had this little bit of a break. I think Liverpool, man, will destroy Man United. That's right, guys. I've got Liverpool to beat Man United 3-0. We are now down to the final game of this game week, guys. It is West Ham versus Brentford. So this is 16th versus 19th. Only 3 points in it. So West Ham, guys, lost 2-0 to Arsenal, and it hasn't been a good start to Nuno Santo. But again, guys, he came in so late. You know, he came in during, you know, midweek, not having much training, and literally 2 days, 3 days later, he had a game against Arsenal. So during this 2 weeks off, he can now analyse and dictate on what he wants from his players. You know what, guys? Nuno Santo, very underrated manager, and you know, I think West Ham will benefit from him now having this 2 weeks to sort of evaluate the situation and restart basically. So yeah, so I'm expecting big things from West Ham. I think Jared Bowen will come strong. I think Nuno Santo's got big plans for him. Yeah, they're up against Brentford, guys, who lost 1-0 to Man City. I've got to say, guys, Brentford are playing some good football. You know, they're keeping it tight. They don't score enough goals in my opinion, but they are keeping it tight and battling against the big clubs, and they are getting results. In their first 7 games, they've picked up 7 points and do sit out the relegation zone. So, guys, considering Brentford lost their manager, their 2 best players, Mwumbu and Wizza, you know, I think they've done alright. You know, I think they've done okay. But I think this game, guys, I got a feeling Brentford will do them. That's right. I've got Brentford, guys, to beat West Ham 1-0. And there we go, guys. That's my Premier League predictions, game week 8. If you did enjoy today's video, man, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not ready. The Premier League season is back. Well, the Premier League game week is back. 2 weeks off from international duty. Can't stand that thing. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new one. Good, and good night.